careful with the wires.
There's a lot.
Yeah. And remember to speak up. Yeah.
Yes. The time starts now.
Great. Hello, everyone. We have focused on inclusion and community building, very accurately represented in our team name, all-inclusive. That's how a good trip should be, and so should be a good city community. Our broad overview of what we went through today. The challenge that we are facing, or rather Mikkeli is facing, and us as well, is a lack of social connections. Essentially, it's a broad term to name a few problems that we have encountered, which is social division of foreign nationals in rather different, diverse circles, instead of connecting in one common social circle where information could be spread in an accessible manner instead of throughout many communication channels that exist currently. Would you like to take over? Our solution is an innovative one.
Yeah, so we came up with an app that would be called Mikkeli City App. And in this app, you would have a map that would have all the important locations that you would need as a foreigner. So in this app, when you log in or sign up, you have a questionnaire that you will answer, for example, your occupation, gender, age, and your personal hobbies, interests. And after that, the app will suggest important, for example, if you're a student, it will suggest these places you can get student discounts, or if you are if you're a foreigner, you probably, for example, don't know that library card is free. So it could also say that, hey, here's the library, and by the way, you can get a free library card here. So it would suggest customized discounts and just important information that as a foreigner you should know. Because as we discussed earlier, altogether, that as a foreigner you probably don't know what to search if you don't know that there's things that exist, or there are benefits for you but you don't know about them, so you can't search for them. So this way you will just answer a couple questions about yourself, and the app will suggest and inform you about all the important things that you should know when moving to Mikkeli. And also there are chat rooms that will make it possible for you to connect with the locals and ask for help. For example, if there's questions, you can ask other people. You can immediately join a communities, or you can find other people that have similar hobbies than you, as you. And yeah, also we have an events section where you can find all the events. So all the events that are held you can find them in the same place. So as we have analyzed earlier, that there are many events out there, but people just can't find them because it's just all over the place, and the communities are divided. For example, students have their own stuff, and there's just family-oriented stuff, but there isn't one community that you can find the events in one place. So this could make that also possible.
We think that it could be quite an impactful solution on many different aspects. For example, please? The city of Mikkeli, as well as businesses and people themselves, are stakeholders. For the people, this would make life much more convenient, since there is a lot of information, but depending on which social group you belong to, are you a student, or are you not a student but also a foreign national who is here for the purposes of work, you are entitled to receive all the necessary information without information that may not be relevant to you. All the customized information notifies about events, about opportunities to connect with like-minded individuals. For businesses, this poses a great opportunity to grow the professional network in the city of Mikkeli, and of course it also improves workforce diversity, as businesses that understand the absolute importance of diversifying their operations to reach out to foreign nationals. Closer community also improves the reputation of the city as being more open, as being more international, and therefore acquiring resources from many diverse sources, as well as a thing that Mikkeli does pretty well now is attracting tourists. We think it could do that on a larger scale, and also on a more long-term scale.
So about the maintenance of this app, so first of all, we think that it should be maybe partially, but funded by the city of Mikkeli, because as we explained before, it's in the interest of the city of Mikkeli, because it attracts more workforce, international students, just tourists, residents. Then the content is going to be updated like very frequently, because there's new events happening in Mikkeli, and apparently there is a lot, but people just don't have access to the information, and our app is going to provide the access for this information. And different stores and cafes and restaurants are going to open, and we're going to of course update the information. So how are we going to do it? Well, basically our app provides the opportunities, like work opportunities for students. We're going to there is an opportunity for students that came to Mikkeli or that lived in Mikkeli their whole life. They can be Finnish students, or they can be like international background. So they're going to work for this app. They're going to update it frequently, oversee basically the maintenance and how it operates. So our app also provides the workplaces basically. So so the creation of app should, we believe that there should be a group of interested people, and maybe it could be a collaboration of people from different areas, like IT students or professionals and designers, just a group of interested people. And they should basically get help from funders. So basically, also there can be partners that gonna also help with the fundraising, the fund. And then, that's all about the maintenance. We're just gonna repeat the step 3 with like working on it 24/7, updating, making it better, and receiving feedback from people who use it.
Exactly, since new events appear here and there constantly, and as part of our other international efforts to organize more, but not only to, it's important not only to organize more, but make what already is present more accessible. We shared some thoughts that there is more in Mikkeli now.
Guys, we're running out of time.
Yeah,
So
there is
time to
more
finish up.
currently in Mikkeli than you could possibly experience. It's just a challenge to handle it. We have resources to develop our app from building from the IT students workforce. We think it could be a great opportunity to provide work experience for the students, let's say foreign nationals who could also help develop the international sphere in Mikkeli. City of Mikkeli should take the adventurous step of funding the app, which could later be maintained by the help of local businesses and their promotion. The events organized by the community would have a safe, common, centralized space to be promoted and accessible for all international community.
So why us? Basically, the centralized communication. So the app is gonna contain the centralized information. You don't have to search it from Facebook groups, ask your friends, search Insta groups of Mikkeli students in Mikkeli, life in Mikkeli. It's gonna be a centralized info, everything in there, everything you need for daily life and events. Easy access because it's digital. Digital. I have paid that. Digital. Customized suggestions because, as we said, first you're gonna basically answer some questions and then you're gonna suggest the customized activities that you can do for you, and then instant information access.
Sorry.
Yep.
That's insane.
All right.
We will happily answer your questions.
Nico.